Both like to just say a few words as we get started, and then, you know, they always say the first liar doesn't have a chance, but after we get done, we're going to let Kramer have a couple of words too, so we'll see how that goes. But I just want to welcome everyone tonight and really just say thank you for being a part of this celebration for Sarah and Kramer, the new Mr. and Mrs. Purcell. We've had a wonderful set of activities, starting with the rehearsal dinner last night and now with the venue we have here tonight. And the detail that you see at your tables and, you know, around the room, the credit for that, you know, doesn't go to the guys that get to stand up and make the speeches. It goes to the ladies that were involved. So Sarah certainly had a huge play in this, but also my wife Judy and Mike's wife Christine really made this happen. So, with that said, I gave all my emotional speeches last night, and this isn't the place to do that. So my job today is to basically welcome you, to let you know that there's a lot of good food, a lot of good drink here. And we've got a nice evening ahead of us, so if you don't have a good time, you can't really blame us. And please enjoy this and help us celebrate this with Sarah and Kramer.
Good evening, everyone. You know, just pretty much echoing what Mike said, thank you very much for showing up this evening and supporting our two kids, as we like to think of them, even though we know that they're very much adults and are on a good course for the rest of their lives. I'd like to thank Mike and Judy very much. Awesome job. I mean, incredible. Also, ahead of time, but the food you're going to have tonight is tremendous. I mean, when we did the tasting, we got to, you know, meet with Kelty and just some really good stuff. So I think you're in for a treat. And like Mike said, if you don't have a good time tonight, it'll be our faults, right? So, meaning our collective faults. So anyway, thank you very much.
Hey everyone, I'm Kramer. I wanted to thank everybody, not only for coming out tonight. Sarah and I are ecstatic that everybody's here, but just for the support that everyone has given us. We've been going out for a couple years, and we've been so fortunate to have the friends, the family, the examples of great marriages and relationships around us. We're very thankful for that. So enjoy yourselves tonight, and have a great time. Woo-hoo!
Like a lover who waits for the train, like a farmer who waits for the rain. I've been waiting for you, I've been waiting for you. Like the geese who wait for the frost, like the shepherd who waits for a sheep that is lost. I've been waiting for you, I've been waiting for you. And I'm ready to give the keys to my heart. So unlock this chest and we'll never grow apart. 'Cause I know that you have
evening, everyone. For those who may not know me, my name is Jennifer Lee, and I am Sarah's older sister. I'm honored to be her maid of honor, and just wanted to say a few quick words for the bride and groom. During the festivities leading up to this wedding, it was mentioned on several occasions that Sarah finds things. I remember growing up, anytime little Sarah had a purse with her, it was usually full of little treasures. Little girls' purses aren't typically that big in size, but she managed to have them jam-packed with dandelions she would find, sparkly rocks from the playground, or someone's flower bed. Various markers and pens to accompany the small notepads she borrowed out of someone's desk. And it was also common to find some plastic jewelry or mismatched Barbie shoes from my closet. I'm guessing most sisters can probably relate to this one, but later on she developed a knack for finding things in my room, which I never realized they were even lost. So that usually turned me into a finder as well. Though I generally only had to look as far as her room to find it, so. Later on, even in the Ball State campus, she and her roommate Kylie would find small treasures walking to and from class, and usually kept a collection of their finds in their dorm room, which I understand you still have a few. Now, all that said, I think probably her best find was the realization that this guy named Kramer Sarah, who liked to tease her in their high school classes, wasn't such a pest after all. Kramer asked Sarah to prom their junior year. As I was trying to brainstorm what I might say this evening, there was a picture of Sarah and Kramer that kept popping into my head, and it was taken the evening of that junior year prom, and to this day it's one of my favorites of them both. Kramer is in a sharp black tux, Sarah's in her princess-style pink dress, and they're standing in front of a shiny black limo. Fast forward to this evening as we're all gathered here to celebrate their marriage, and it's just really cool to see that the fairy tale hasn't ended from that night. Sarah found a beautiful white dress to swap out for that pink one, but even better, she and Kramer have found a love and a future together. So Sarah and Kramer, congratulations.
You guys will give me a second. I got Angry Birds going right now. So most people start off speeches with, I remember when I first met, and then everybody else in the audience would go, aww. Well, I don't have that story with Kramer. You know, I was sitting there and I was writing the speech, and I shudder to think of a time when we actually met. You know, I was going back and I was thinking of instances and thinking of stories, and I couldn't find the exact instance that we just met. And I think that's kind of fitting to our relationship, is Kramer's just always been there. For those of you that have siblings, when you ask each other how we met, no one can remember that story, unless you're significantly older, and then my point is moot. But in which case, Kramer's just always been there. So, I'll get to the stories. In our younger days, Kramer and I were pretty innocent, believe it or not, for those of you that know us pretty well. Playing soccer, fishing, going skinny dipping in the Merrimack pool. Oh, sorry, wrong slide. There was never a dull moment around the two of us. You can use our Aunt Sarah or our parents. I remember when we were probably 14 or 15 years old, and we got the bright idea that my parents' basement would be the perfect place for soccer. You know, it was a perfect hallway, and we cleared out all the important stuff, or so what we thought was the important stuff, and began playing. And it was what we thought of was a foam ball, right? I mean, obviously. Well, after 3 candles were broken, 2 pictures, a couple of the decorative pieces of art, and my mom finally told us that you guys aren't playing in my basement anymore, we got the point. I think we almost put a hole in the wall, too. Another time we decided that we were going to be the next great outdoorsman. Fisherman style, though. And this was also in the retention pond of the Village Farms pool, so we weren't that adventurous. So we went to Dick's and we got all the essentials. We got a fishing pole, we got the bait, we got the hot dogs out of Kramer's parents' garage, and we got the Jack Hanna hats. You have to have the hats, right? When I have gone fishing in the in the Village Farms pool. And We caught probably 7 to 10 fish a day. I mean,
Couple turtles.
We were on it, couple turtles. The part that we don't want to admit is we could catch all the fish we wanted, but we were both so scared to take the fish off the hook that we decided that we were going to buy gloves. I'm not going to tell you how old we were because we're just going to embarrass ourselves if I do.
I know.
It was last year. So to that point, another story. Kramer and I were probably 16, and we decided that we were going to have a friendly competition. It was more of my competition. Who could get the first kiss? Who could get the first date? And who could have the first girlfriend? Well, I won. I got the first kiss, I got the first date, I got the first girlfriend, and I had a bevy of girlfriends after that. Sorry, Brittany. But I eventually realized that I didn't win. Kramer had won all along. He only needed one kiss, one date, and one girlfriend. All those were the only things he needed to fulfill himself and make him whole. He had won. I go back to the point I made earlier. Kramer's always been there. Whether it was when I got my heart broken with my girlfriends, whether it was when we told Diego he can't sing Celine Dion in a leotard. You don't want to know. It's on YouTube. Whether it was for Sarah when she had a bad day, or just there to cheer somebody up. I never got the opportunity to have a biological brother. Mom, Dad, thanks. But I got the opportunity with the next best thing. A friend like Kramer, who's always there when you need him, who's always got a smile on his face, and I can safely say that it's better than a brother. So with that, I wish you two a lifetime of happiness. May God bless you with nothing but bliss. And if we could raise our glass to the beautiful couple and say cheers. We love you guys.
Forever could never be long enough for me to feel like I've had long enough with you. Forget the world now, we won't let them see. But there's one thing left to do. Now that the weight has lifted, love has surely shifted my way. Marry me today and every day. If I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe, say you will. Say you will. Together could never be close enough for me to feel like I am close enough to you. You wear white and I wear out the words I love you, and you're beautiful. Now that the wait is over and love has finally showed her my way. Marry me today and every day.
Aren't you something to admire? 'Cause you shine at something like a mirror, and I can't help but notice you reflect in this heart of mine. If you ever feel alone and the glare makes me hard to find, just know that I'm always very loud on the other side. 'Cause with your hand in my hand and a pocket full of soul. I can tell you there's no place we couldn't go. Just put your hand on the past, I'll be trying to pull you through. You just gotta be strong. I don't wanna lose you now. I'm looking right at the other half of me. The biggest see the set in my heart is a space, and now you're home. Show me how to fight for now. And I tell you, baby, it was easy coming back into you once I figured it out. You were right here all alone. It's like you're my mirror, oh, my mirror staring back at me. Oh, I couldn't get any bigger, oh, with anyone else beside of me. Oh, and now it's clear as this promise that we're making two reflections into one. 'Cause it's like you're my mirror, oh, my mirror staring back at me, staring back at me. Aren't you something and original? 'Cause it doesn't seem really as simple, and I can't help but stare, 'cause I see true summer in your eyes. Ooh, I can't ever change without you. You reflect me, I know that about you. If I could,
Wherever you go, you can
240,000 miles from the moon. We've come a long way to belong here, to share this view of the night, a glorious night. Over the horizon is another bright sky. Oh my, my, how beautiful. Oh my, irrefutable Father. He told me, son, sometimes it may seem dark, but the absence of the light is a necessary part. Just know you're never alone. You can always come back home. You can always come back. Every road is a slippery slope. There is always a hand that you can hold on to. Looking deeper through the telescope, you could see that your home's inside of you. Just know that wherever you go, no, you're never alone. You will always get back get ready, 'cause here it comes, it's a light, a beautiful light, over the horizon into our eyes.
When you hear this melody, we'll be wishing you good night and sleepy harmony. May your days all be bright ones, may your cares all be light ones. Tonight while moonlight beams, so dream tonight of Kappa Delta, we will dream of you. And when daylight comes again, our love will still be true. So whisper good night, dear, in stillness may you hear the Kappa Delta song of dreams.
Nice work. Good job. You guys all sing very well.
1, 2, 3. Let's take a toast to the Kappa Delta, the greatest girls we know. The fact is notorious, we're perfectly glorious, and that's why we love them so, love them so. And when I die, if I get the chance to choose between heaven and hell, I say, Lord help me, I want to be down with the Kappa Delta.
Who needs the microphone?
Yeah.